come to order, folks. It's Town Hall tonight.
An hour of smiles in Town Hall tonight, folks. 60 minutes of fun and music brought to you by Ipana Toothpaste and Sal Hepatica. Ipana for the smile of duty, Sal Hepatica for the smile of health. Fun with our star comedian, Fred Allen. Music with Peter Van Steeden. New songs, new laughs. It's Town Hall tonight. Well, sir, once again, the old Town Hall hangs out its SRO sign. The janitor conceals his exit sign. There's a man heckling in the audience here. I can't see who that is. In the meantime, Peter Van Steeden gives the orchestra his high sign, and the overture is, We've Come a Long Way Together.
Sweet 16. Why care if our hair turns to silver? We still have love to keep our hearts aglow. We've come a long way together, and we still have a long way to go. We've got a long, long way to go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the cotton gin brought on the industrial era.
Oh, vice versa.
The Boston Tea Party brought on the revolution.
And the tea bag.
B Pictures brought on bank night.
And bingo.
And what have I brought on?
What, Harry?
Fred Allen in person.
Thank you, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was some introduction, Harry. You were certainly down to your usual standard tonight, I must say. You brought me on like a crisis. Oh, well, boys will be boys, and with this dynamic rebuttal, I turn to the latest news of the week. The Town Hall News sees nothing, shows what might have happened if anything had happened. New York City, those fanfares are dying. Must be spring. Have you put sulfur and molasses in your cornets, Mr. Van Steeden? Try it again. Thank you. That was more muscular, didn't you think, Harry? I did, too. New York City, that is something Toscanini would have nodded at had he passed by at that moment. New York City, New York. Prominent life insurance company announces record rise in divorce cases in this country. Insurance company's conclusions are based on a study of the divorce trend in New England, where, since 1934, divorce figures have reached unprecedented heights. Town Hall News starts special survey to determine some of the causes of this undue marital discord. The first case in our musty files tonight is number 79. Your name, sir?
Welkin T. Stumble.
Welkin T. What's so funny about Welkin T. Stumble?
Ask me why the T. Go on, ask me why.
All right. Why the T in your name?
Coffee keeps me awake.
Very good, and I'm no judge. But, tell me, what caused your divorce?
Alienation of confections.
Alienation of confections?
Yeah. My wife fell for a good humor man. Confection. Oh. Get it?
Yes, to be quite frank about it, I do get it. And, that's that. Why did your wife...
I don't know. I was trying to keep her happy laughing, with my wife's cracking and stuff. Right after the wedding, I says, honey, I'm going to tell you a joke today.
And the first day?
First day I told her a Jim Dandy.
I heard it on the Penna show.
I wish I could remember that. Then the second day I told her a Lollapalooza.
And the third day?
Yeah, the third day I come home, she's sitting on the front steps with this good humor guy.
Was she embarrassed?
Yeah. No, she says, take a walk, Bob. From now on, I'm getting good humor.
Well, did you have a comeback?
Sure. I says, he's doing me a flavor. Oh. Why ain't you laughing?
I laugh internally. It takes several days to get to my mouth. You won't know it the days to come. But you and your wife both laughed at that last
Laugh?
podcast.
Laugh? We split.
And I feel the infinitive coming out in me, and we are about to split. Mr. Welkin T. Stumble.
Yeah, that was good, too.
I'm on my own. Our next divorce case is number 42, that oft-married society queen. Your name, please, madam.
Mrs. Gaffney, Philpott, Fitzmaurice, Cliveden, Prentice, the third.
Well, is that dash part of your...
Yes, my third husband's name always escapes me.
Oh, you leave a dash there in his memory. Well, it leaves sort of a vent in your full name, doesn't it?
Yes, I must have him looked up. He was a little man, fond of croquet.
Oh, well, no matter.
Yes, that's what I said at the time. No matter.
No matter. You have been divorced more than once, Mrs. Gaffney, etc.
Yes. Grounds are my hobby, really.
Oh, most unusual hobby, I must say. And what would you say is the most common cause of divorce, Mrs. Gaffney, etc.?
In my case, it has been financial cruelty.
Financial cruelty?
Every time.
Embolism of the pocketbook.
Exactly.
Yes.
My first husband insisted on a used car.
Yeah.
I demanded a Duesenberg.
Mm-hmm.
My second husband insisted on Coney Island. I demanded Newport. Kill tightwads.
Yeah. Well, I see all of your husbands apparently misrepresented their assets.
Exactly. When I looked them up in Bradstreet, they were done.
When was your last divorce?
Only yesterday.
Oh, so recent? Financial cruelty again?
No. This time it was insufficient closet space.
Insufficient closet. Well, how could that be?
I was entertaining when my husband popped in.
And insufficient...
Yes, there were 4 gigolos and 3 closets.
Oh. What a pity you didn't make horseradish. Condolences. And thank you, Mrs. Gaffney, Philpott, Fitzmaurice, Cliveden, Prentice III. Those are all in, aren't they, Miss Prentice III? Thank you. Our next divorce case is number 13. Your name, little man?
Barnaby Dobbs.
And, what was the cause of the rift in your marital oboe, Barnaby?
Well, I succumbed to temptation.
Your wife caught you philandering?
No. I ain't no playboy. I was henpecked for 20 years.
Oh, your wife wore the pants?
Not only the pants, the suspenders and me elks, too. For 20 years, she talked me ear off. Yeah. Last time I opened my mouth in front of my wife, it was to say, I do.
And you succumbed to...
I couldn't get a word in edgeways. It was, where was you, Barnaby? You're a darn short. You pay envelope, Barnaby. I seen you look at that blonde, Barnaby. Don't say that, Barnaby. I couldn't stand it no more.
But when did you succumb to temptation?
Oh, yesterday. She's got me in the kitchen. Blah, 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 Barnaby. She's nagging.
You're taking it on the lobe as usual.
Yeah.
But when did you succumb?
Well, see, there's a rolling pin on the table.
Yes.
And the back door was open just wide enough for a getaway.
Yes.
And something said, Barnaby, take a chance.
And that's when you succumbed to temptation.
Yeah, that's when I did the whole thing.
Well, thank you. Might just as well have left it undone, Mr. Barnaby Dobbs. Regardless of what statistics show, Town Hall News feels that most divorces can be blamed today on hasty marriages. To prove that many couples are hardly acquainted before they're married, and the trivial causes result in divorces, the Town Hall News shows romance, marriage, and divorce in this age of speed. The scene outside a nightclub. A bored debutante and her boyfriend leave. He speaks.
Home, darling.
No, dear.
Where?
Anywhere.
Happy?
No.
Bored?
Yes.
Married?
Love it.
That's it?
His proposal accepted, the bored couple speed to an upstate justice of the peace. In the justice's humble, tiny parlor, The ceremony is rushed through. The justice says...
Do you?
I do.
Do you?
Me, too.
You're done. $2.
Here.
Thank you.
Darling.
Happy.
Divinely.
Cigarettes.
Love it.
Here.
Oh,
What?
mammals.
You smoke.
Luckiest.
Divorce?
Imperative.
Judge?
Divorce?
Yes.
Undo?
Yes.
Undo?
Yes.
Undone. $2.
New York City, New York. Revised manual on speech improvement is put into use in the New York schools. Manual is intended to improve the quality of young New Yorker speech and to eliminate careless pronunciation and foreign accents peculiar to Manhattan's oral English. Town Hall News quizzes freelance phonetics teacher, Professor Tilton Ferb, for further information. Now, what speech idiosyncrasies are most common here in New York City, Professor Ferb?
Well, probably the substitution of toil for toil and hand for hand.
Oh, I see. And in your work as phonetics instructor, have you managed to wean your pupils away from these verbal, shall I say, vulgarisms?
Oh, yes, indeed.
You have.
One of my pupils, when he first came to me, insisted on saying that he worked in an oil refinery in New Jersey.
Oh, he worked in an oil refinery.
Yes, in New Jersey.
But you drilled him and drilled him until these oral inaccuracies were entirely eliminated.
Exactly.
Oh, how good.
Today, as the result of many months of arduous study and patient work, he no longer says he works in an oil refinery in New Jersey.
What does he say now?
He says he's got a new job, making foil studs for dress shirts from oyster shell.
Good work and thanks, Professor Ferb. And now the Merry Match, ladies and gentlemen. Part-time stars of Frank Fay's new show and all-time favorites at the Old Town Hall sing for you Stumbling All Around.
Stumbling all around, stumbling all around, stumbling all around. So funny. Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and I must declare, I stepped right on her toes, and when she bumped my nose, I fell, and when I rose, I felt ashamed and told her that's the latest step, that's the latest step, that's the latest step. My honey, notice all the pep, notice all the pep, notice all the pep. She said, stop mumbling, though you are stumbling. I like it just a little bit, quite a little bit. Stumbling all around, so funny. Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and I must declare I stepped right on her toes. And when she bumped my nose, I fell, and then when I arose, why, I felt so ashamed. That is the latest step, that's the latest step, my honey. Notice all the pep, notice all the pep. She said, stop mumbling, though you are stumbling.
I like it.
Just a little bit, quite a little bit.
I like it.
Just a little bit, quite a little bit. When we're stumbling all around.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Town Hall opens wide the doors of a new department, the Problem Clinic. Is there a problem bothering you? Are you in a quandary, a dither? Just write to us and wait for an answer. Just wait.
Our first problem tonight, that of Mr. T.J. of Secaucus, New Jersey.
I'm broke, see, flat and stony, and I was wondering if maybe you could...
No, but definitely no. Next.
Mr. A.S., Flushing, Long Island.
I'm a shipping clerk, Mr. Allen, and my girl, Maisie, she won't marry me because she says I ain't a good dresser. So we decided to let you be the judge. So my problem is, am I a good dresser or ain't I a good dresser?
Well, offhand, I would say yes. Your suit is well pressed. Your shirt is neat and tasty. Yes, you are a good dresser. But from now on, I'd wear shoes if I were you. Next.
Miss S.F. of New York.
Mr. Allen, my problem is a fairly simple one, but it's very important to me. My friends tell me I have a certain amount of charm, and I spend a lot of time and thought on my general appearance. And yet when I meet people for the first time, I know I don't make a very good impression.
Then you may find the solution to your problem, miss, in what Harry Von Zell has to say, if you will, Harry.
Surely, Fred. There are many women, and men too, who spend a lot of time and thought on their grooming and their appearance, and yet neglect one thing that can make or mar their attractiveness: their smiles. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we so earnestly recommend Ipana toothpaste. For Ipana is especially made not only to give your teeth a sparkling cleanliness, but when used with massage, to help give your gums the exercise and stimulation they need for firmness and health. And since teeth are seldom bright and lustrous, when gums are soft and tender, so many dentists advise this easy modern routine.
Brush your teeth with Ipana toothpaste. And every time you do, put a little extra Ipana on your brush or your fingertip and massage it on your gums.
And the very first time you use Ipana this way, you actually notice a remarkable and unique difference. You really feel a stimulating effect upon your gum tissues as lazy gums start to waken and circulation speeds up. And that brings greater health to your gums, and consequently more charm and radiance to your smile. Prove this to yourself. Get an economical tube of Ipana toothpaste from your druggist tomorrow.
Peter Van Steeden and his... Oh, I forgot to applaud, Harry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just add our little bit. That's for you, Peter. Peter Van Steeden and his Ipana jackknifeliers. I almost coined the word, didn't I? But it would have been counterfeited, though, and my teeth would have probably been sent to Washington for examination. But Peter Van Steeden and his hangers-on have just... masterpiece, The Parade of the Wooden Soldiers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I know you didn't expect to meet...
Who, Fred?
Well, Harry, tonight we're going to talk to a gentleman who has spent the best years of his life going places. He has brushed enough lint off of blue serge suits to fill the Grand Canyon, and he's seen more traveling salesmen than the last World's Congress of Farmers' Daughters.
Oh, yes, I know, Fred. He's a Pullman porter.
You are right for once, Harry. Begrudgingly, I say it. And so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I know you didn't expect to meet that man about overnight Bergen terminal, Mr. Joe Cooper. Good evening, Mr. Cooper.
Good evening, Mr. Allen.
Now, just for our perishable records, which we keep on ice at all times, tell me, on what train do you work as maestro of Gladstone and Whiskbrew?
I'm on the 20th Century Limited, Mr. Allen.
That's the New York Central's crack train between New York and Chicago.
Yes, sir. I make that run twice a week.
Well, how long have you been on the 20th Century?
14 years.
Have you worked on any other trains beside the 20th?
Yes, sir. I've been with the Pullman Company 22 years.
22 years. Say, if all the suitcases you've handled were laid end to end, they'd reach from here to San Fran... Oh, I'm sorry, Grover. From here to Seattle.
Yes, I've sure handled a slew of luggage.
Well, have you done any other work besides portering?
No, I've been with the Pullman Company all my life. It's the only job I've ever had.
Well, that's a splendid record, Mr. Cooper. I take it the company likes you.
I hope so, Mr. Allen. I sure like the company.
Well, I like our company, too. But I'll never last 22 years. Not with those 7-day options. The man's arm will give out. But tell me, are all your fellow porters old hands at your game?
Yes, Mr. Allen. Every porter on the Century has been accumulating seniority 15 years or more.
Accumulating seniority? Is that spending years in service?
Yes. A porter has to accumulate enough seniority before he can apply for a position on a crack train.
Well, we use a similar system in radio, Mr. Cooper. Now, you take a joke. Has to accumulate an accumulation of seniority before it even gets on our program. Well, I guess during your 22 years, you've seen a great many changes in railroading.
Yes, sir. Everything's much faster these days.
Oh, especially trains. What do you think of the new streamlined trains?
They are much speedier and a lot more comfortable.
The company hasn't streamlined the porters yet, has it? You know, put aluminum hips on you fellas so you can cut down your wind resistance and get through the cars faster.
No, sir. Us porters haven't changed yet.
But being a porter, you wouldn't resent a little change, would you, Mr. Cooper?
Progress is progress, Mr. Allen.
Truer words were never spoken. Working on a train like the 20th century, Mr. Cooper, I guess you've been host to many celebrities.
Yes, sir. I've served Ronald Colton, George Arliss, Douglas Fairbanks, Joan Crawford, Edward G. Robinson, Al Jolson, Eddie Cantor, and a lot more.
And as you look back down memory's tracks, Mr. Cooper, you'd have to have been cross-eyed to look the way I was saying it there. But as you look back down memory's tracks, does any one trip loom out as sort of a highlight in your career?
Yes, Mr. Allen. When the Honorable Alfred E. Smith made his campaign tour in 1928, I was on his trip all around the country.
Well, I imagine you, on occasion, brushed off the famous Brown Derby.
Many times, Mr. Allen.
Well, of course, Mr. Hoover gave it the final brush-off that year. But that's all cement under the Empire State Building by now. Well, I hate to mention money on such short acquaintance, Mr. Cooper, but if you don't mind, may I ask you what is the largest tip you've ever received?
For a single trip to Chicago, $10.
And the smallest?
That's easy, nothing.
Yes? Yes, I guess there are people who gave up tipping for Lent early in life and then followed through.
I don't know what it is, but after some trips, I've got plenty of nothing.
What is the average tip on your run?
About $1.
Say, confidentially, Mr. Cooper, can you take a quick gander at a passenger, say, and tell the type of tipper he is?
Yes, sir. Sometimes I see a gentleman come on, and I say to myself, there's $1.
Uh-huh. And other times?
2 bits.
But your service isn't influenced by your intuition, I know.
No, sir. There's only one kind of porter service on a Pullman. That's the best.
Yes, I've been riding around the country for a good many years, and the Pullman service always maintains the highest standards. I was in a train wreck one time out near El Paso, and our sleeping car turned over, and we all had to get out and wait for a relief train. And do you know that my porter came out of the car and made up a gully by the side of the track so that I could go back to bed?
Yes, we specialize in service, Mr. Allen.
Yes, you certainly do. You know, there are several Pullman problems I have never quite been able to solve, Mr. Cooper. Now, perhaps you can help me out tonight.
I'm at your service, Mr. Allen.
Thank you. First of all, where do Pullman cars get those names? The Rondelay Whipsocket Jr. and the Sarah T. Pocahontas and the Zanzibar B. Dillboy. Well, what do? Freeze a plate of alphabet soup and pick out those letter combinations?
That's one thing I can't tell you, Mr. Allen.
Well, do you porters don't have to remember those names, do you? Now, you don't have to say, someone just rang in the Uriah Swinburne. Or I had a delightful run in the Dementia Precog.
No, sir. We call cars by numbers. Reporters would bust their jaws on those names.
Well, that muddles things nicely. Now, the second problem is the upper berth. What about the upper berth? Is it possible to undress in an upper berth and not end up looking like an osteopath's nightmare?
Yes, there's a little trick in undressing in an upper, Mr. Allen.
Well, tell a waiting world, Mr. Cooper.
You just take your coat, vest and shoes off first.
Uh-huh.
Then climb into your upper. The rest is very simple.
If you have forearms, yes. Well, thank you a lot for this little peek behind your whisk broom and all aboard, Mr. Cooper. It's been very nice of you to stop in.
It's been a pleasure, Mr. Allen.
Say, just one thing before you go. You know, a few minutes ago, you said you could look at a passenger and tell about how much he'd tip. Now, do you mind if I put your psychic powers to the test?
No, sir. Go right ahead.
Well, suppose I walked into your car at the Grand Central. What size tip would you peg me for?
Well, taking a good look at you, Mr. Allen, you bring up a problem.
Well, it's all right if I look like a feenie, be honest. Do you think my tip would be large or small?
Well, I'd say you've got that minimum look.
That minimum look. Absolutely correct. I must say that you are a sterling judge of character.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Good night.
Good night, and thank you, Mr. Joe Cooper. Now the town hall singers, succumbing to the astute direction of Mr. Lynn Murray from afar, sing Limehouse Blues.
In Limehouse, where yellow chinkies love to play. In Limehouse, where you can hear those blues all day, and they seem all around like a long sigh, clear soft sound. Oh, honey, and they seem to say. Blossom and nobody's time. Farming and farming, you're just kind of wild. Oh, Limehouse Blues, that's the real Limehouse Blues. Learn from the chinkies, those sad China blues. Rings on your fingers and tears for your crown. That is the story of old Chinatown. Oh, Limehouse Kid, oh, you old Limehouse Kid. Oh, going the way that the rest of them did. Whoa, poor broken blossom and nobody's child. Wanting and taunting, you're just kind of wild. Whoa, Limehouse Blues, by the real Limehouse Blues. Learn from the chinkies, those bad China blues. Rings on your fingers and tears for your crown. That is the story of old China.
Accustomed as I am, as I may be, to speaking into a microphone, ladies and gentlemen, I can never quite become used to the...
Mr. Allen, I'm Fred. I'm Kit. Hello, hello. We thought we'd say hello. We just stopped in to pass the time and say hello.
Now, look. Well, what would you boys charge to go put up the L and tear it down again?
But wait, Mr. Allen. We write songs. Songs are different. Yeah, when other guys write a song about spring, they tell about the birds, the bees, and love, right?
Right.
But not us. We got a real spring song. No fancy schmancy. Stark realism is art, eh?
All right. Give with the spring song, if you will.
The truth about spring. Spring, it never pleases when it's softly blowing breezes. Bring those great big sneezes. Shoot.
Have I got a line in there? Yes, you're right, boys. I dozed off during the song. I'm sorry, boys. It just caught me. I dozed off in the middle of it. Well, you're certainly right, boys. Spring certainly does bring the sneezes. Hey, Harry?
Yes, Fred, and those sneezes should never be ignored because they're usually warning signs of spring colds, which, if neglected, not only prove annoying, but sometimes have serious consequences. So, ladies and gentlemen, get after your colds immediately with sparkling Sal Hepatica. Because when you take Sal Hepatica, you take these two very sensible and very important steps in fighting a cold.
First, as a laxative, Sal Hepatica clears away accumulated waste quickly yet gently. And speed is mighty necessary in fighting a cold. Second, Sal Hepatica also helps nature counteract the excess acidity that so often accompanies a cold.
And because of this double help, Sal Hepatica is recommended by many physicians. So do the wise thing. Get an economical bottle of Sal Hepatica at any drugstore tomorrow. Then, whenever anyone in your family feels a cold coming on, show them this intelligent, modern way to help fight it. With sparkling Sal Hepatica. Ladies and gentlemen, Town Hall tonight will continue immediately following a brief pause for your station identification.
KFI, Los Angeles.
And now, after the pause that refreshes, we return you pell-mell to the old town hall. On Friday...
Hello, Mr. Allen.
Portland, of all people. I heard that you were doing an Eastern Honey Child on the first show for Bob Hope. Well, what's in the wind besides the night plane to California, Portland?
Well, I just came over to tell you I'm in business.
Really?
Yes, I answered one of those ads. Make big money, no experience necessary. Right box 10, Kansas City, Kansas.
Mrs. Leafy Harris made $78 the first half hour. I've seen those ads. Well, that's... What are you laughing at?
Pretty funny.
Pretty funny. The ad-lib of the month, Well, that's fine. I'm happy to hear you're in business. And how is business?
Well, I haven't made any money yet, but I will if you'll buy one.
Buy one what?
Well, I'm selling loose-leaf maps of Europe.
Oh, I get it. With the loose leaves...
Yes, you can keep your map up to date.
Well, that's quite an idea, isn't it? The way things are going over there, the Tower of Pisa is beginning to look straight by comparison.
The world is certainly mixed up all right.
Yes, well, all I know is a lot of generals who thought they'd go down in history are forgotten today. And Venus de Milo is still remembered. Now, the moral is you last longer without arms.
Is that an epigram?
Oh, I won't know for 100 years yet. I'm just going to sit back and wait. The flag got caught in my throat there in that last sentence. Say, where's Harry?
Harry?
Yes?
I'm calling Harry,
Yeah.
Peter.
What am I answering for?
Well, maybe you're not yourself tonight. I hope.
Oh, go nibble your cuticle, Alan.
Well, what sort of talk? That digit cannibalism? What kind of talk is that?
Shall I call Harry again, Mr.
Yes,
Allen?
Get me Harry. I want to throw him at Van Steeden.
You're too cheap to throw a party that big.
Portland.
Harry?
Yes,
Yes, 40.
Mr. Allen wants you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Oh, we just had a battle of wits, Harry.
Well, how did you come out, Pete?
It was the photo finish.
Yes, I won by a nose, and I'm holding it.
Well, what is it you want, Fred? I've got some things to do.
Well, it's about that Maxwell Stroud, Harry. Did you hear his program Sunday night?
Yes.
I heard him, too. Maxwell said you were so cheap, you did something with sardines.
Did what?
Oh, that, yes.
Yeah. You hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. Stroud said that when you bought a can of sardines, Fred, you ate the sardines, used the tin for a cigarette case, and had the key made into a button hook.
He forgot to say he used the oil in your car.
I'm cheap, eh? Now, look, I got this straight from a waiter in Lindy's. When Stroud, alias Benny, orders a herring in Lindy's, he eats the fish, has the little head mounted for his den, takes the spine with him to use as a pipe cleaner, and the herring's fins he takes home to make into mandolin picks. Now, Lindy hasn't figured out yet what he does with the plate.
Well, he does say, though, that he has proof that he's not Maxwell Stroud.
Oh, he
And
says...
he says he wasn't born in the Moore Flanders Hospital
I
either.
treat it lightly.
He's got proof that he's Benny and he was born in a taxi.
Born in a taxi. If he was, he got out and walked the rest of the way to the hospital. Any man who'll butter a canary's beak to save on birdseed is a born deceiver.
Maxwell still insists he's Jack, Mr. Allen.
Let him keep insisting. I'll keep proving who he is. We had the real Jack Benny on this program only last Wednesday night. Now, if he didn't prove who he was last week, he'll prove who he is tonight.
Oh, yeah? Well, where is he?
He'll be here. Don't
Well,
worry.
here he is now.
Come in, Jackie, old boy.
Hello again. This is Jack Benny, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the real Jack Benny.
Well, thanks a lot, folks. And, gee, this is really too much, Fred.
Oh, it's all right, Jack. We are going to show that carpetbagger up.
Yes, I know, Fred. You know, and I'm ready for him tonight.
Good.
You know, I spent all last week in Waukegan.
In Waukegan, huh? Good.
Getting proof, Jack.
And what proof, Portland? Here, take a look at these papers, will you, Fred?
Oh, boy, the birth records from the Mall Flanders Hospital. Born February 14th, 1898. That's A.D., isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell by looking at him, you see. It could be B.C. with him. But born February 14th, 1898, Maxwell Stroud and Jack Benny. Both babies tattooed.
Tattooed?
Yes,
See,
tattooed.
that's right, yes. Mary said Stroud had M.S. tattooed on his wishbone.
Yeah, now, wait till I open my shirt, folks. There. Now, what are those letters on my chest?
J.B.
And I'm not John Barrymore, have I?
You can't be at this salary. Now, these birth records here say Stroud is bald-headed. He's still bald today. Green eyes. Jack Benny, luxuriant hair, eyes blue.
And take a look at my eyes, Fred.
Oh, they're lovely, Jack.
Yeah, I know that, Fred, but what color are they?
Navy blue.
Heredity will out, ladies and gentlemen. These hospital records are definite proof.
Yes, but this party says he was born in a taxi cab.
Maxwell.
That's a darn lie, and I can prove it. Now, here's old Dad Talcott.
Oh, the old boy here?
Yeah, he drives a handsome cab at the Waukegan Depot.
Yes, howdy, Ellen.
Well, howdy, Dad. You're still glad to see you come down with Jack from
Thank you,
Waukegan.
sir, thank you.
You're still driving your hansom around town now?
Yep, I've been Waukegan's transportation baron for 60 years.
Now, were there any taxicabs in Waukegan in 1898, Dad?
No.
There weren't.
If you was going any place, you either drove in my hansom cab or you legged it.
Yeah, you see, Dad had the only cab in Waukegan, Fred.
Fine. Now, do you remember the night of February 14th, 1898, Dad?
February 14th, 1898. Yep, that was Valentine's Day. Yes,
Was
I
a
remember.
baby born in your hansom that night?
It couldn't have been.
Are you positive, Dad?
Well, I sure am. I wasn't driving the cab that night.
And tell Fred why you were, Dad.
Well, sir, a couple of traveling salesmen wanted to play roulette.
Yeah?
They couldn't find a wheel in Waukegan, and I rented them the off wheel on my hansom. I put up the cab for the night.
Didn't you work that evening?
Yep. I was piggybacking people around town for 50 cents a heist.
And no baby was born on your back that night?
No, sirree. I wouldn't haul no kid after curfew.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Dad.
Yes, okay, but okay. Say, which way is Minsky's?
Go out, Dad, straight out, turn left, and follow anybody wearing spats.
Well, that spikes one lie, Fred.
You bet, Jackie. Stroud wasn't born in a cab, as he claims. That we've proved, and that is the fib of the month. Now, who's this other witness, this other elderly gentleman here?
I'm Sam Lyons.
Oh, Sam Lyons? Are you from Waukegan, too?
Yep, but I don't know nothing about the case. I just come for the ride.
You see, Sam is a notary public back in Waukegan, Fred.
Yep, my seal's wearing out. I'm in town seal shopping.
Well, say, that gives me an idea. If this Jack Benny is the real Jack Benny, we can settle this whole thing once and for all.
Yeah, how do you mean?
Well, you're a notary, Sam Lyons. Jack can give his testimony. You can make it legal, can't you?
Got 48 states and Alaska to say I can.
Fine. Now, is that all right with you, Jackie?
Why, it sure is, Fred. You know, I hate to cause trouble, but after all, I am Jack Benny, huh?
All right, son, repeat after me. Know you by these presents.
Know you by these presents.
That before notary Sam Lyons of Waukegan.
That before notary Sam Lyons of Waukegan.
I do depose that the son of Dombey Stroud, the antique wormer, is an imposter.
He is an imposter.
And that I, the son of Luther Benny, am the real Jack Benny.
And that I, the son of Luther Benny, am the real Jack Benny.
6 semper non campus qui mari pens.
What's that?
It's $2 in Latin.
Here you are, Sam.
In Lord's name, I witness you to be the real Jack Benny.
The die is cast, Maxwell Stroud. Let Carmichael know the company he's keeping. Hear ye, folks. Tonight, having legally proved that Maxwell Stroud is Maxwell Stroud, we rest our case. All hail, then, the real Jack Benny.
Jello again. This is Jack Benny, folks.
Now the Merrimacs sing the song originally dedicated by the Sandman to his wife. It's called Sleepy Time Gal.
Sleepy time gal, you're turning night into day. Sleepy time gal, you've danced the evening away. Before each silvery star fades out of sight, please give me one little kiss. Then let us whisper goodnight. It's getting late and dear, your pillow's waiting. Sleepy time gal, when all your dancing is through. Sleepy time gal, I'll find a cottage for you. You'll learn to cook and to sew. What's more, you'll have it, I know. When you're a stay-at-home, play-at-home, 8 o'clock sleepy time gal. Sleepy time gal, you're turning night into day. Sleepy time gal, you've danced the evening away. Before each silvery star fades out of sight, please give me one little kiss and let us whisper goodnight. It's getting late and your pillow's waiting. Sleepy time gal, when all your dancing is through. Sleepy time gal, I'll find a cottage for you. You will learn how to cook and to sew. What's more, you'll love it, I know. When you're a stay-at-home, play-at-home, 8 o'clock sleepy time gal. You will learn how to cook and to sew. What's more, you'll love it, I know. When you're a stay-at-home, play-at-home, 8 o'clock sleepy time gal.
Gentlemen, we approach by easy stages that strange anomaly, the clock. Always going, never getting any play. Nothing to be ashamed of, yet always has its hands to its face. A melancholy mechanism, the clock. Now listen, Mr. Van Steeden, what is the idea of that tinny serenade?
That's no serenade. It's a hint. If you'd stop talking about clocks and look at one, you'd know that it's long past time.
So it is. And so, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I turn you over to the man at my elbow, a man with a very timely suggestion, Harry Von Zell. If you please, Harry.
Thank you, Fred. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are suffering from the aching muscles that so often accompany a cold, or when you have that clogged up feeling in your nose and throat which makes breathing difficult, remember Minute Rub. MINITRUB. A new and better way to help bring quick relief. Whatever it may be, an aching tightness in your chest muscles, pains across the back of your neck and shoulders, or that stuffed-up feeling in your head, just do this.
Squeeze some Minute Rub from the tube into the palm of your hand and rub it briskly on the affected area. Soon Minute Rub's counter-irritant and pain-relieving actions working together help ease the pain and tightness and bring you soothing, welcome comfort. At the same time, Minute Rub gives off effective vapors that help clear away that aggravating, stuffed-up feeling in your nose and throat.
And you needn't worry about it harming your clothing or linen because it is greaseless and stainless. Good Housekeeping's coveted seal of approval is a sterling testimonial to Minute Rub's high quality. Just as the fact that Minute Rub is winning many new friends every single day is a convincing tribute to its effectiveness. Discover for yourself the prompt, soothing relief that Minute Rub brings. Get an inexpensive tube at any drugstore tomorrow and show your family this modern way to help relieve the physical discomforts of a cold and to help ease aching muscles of all kinds. With Minute Rub.
Allen art players dramatize an incident found jotted on the tattered cuff of an old Chinese detective. It's called Murder at Addison Square Garden, or One Long Pan disguised as a finger finally got into the ring. Overture, Peter.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we switch you now to Addison Square Garden for the K.O. Mulligan Glass Chin McCoy Championship Boxing Contest. The next voice you hear will be that of Clam McSmarty. Take it away, Clam.
This is Clam McSmarty, folks, here at the ringside to bring you a blow-by-blow description of the mayhem between K.O. Mulligan and Glass Chin McCoy. The boys are fighting for the middleweight championship of the world. And the fighters are entering the ring. While the boys are lacing on their gloves, Sam Tripe's got a word for you. Take it, Sam.
Thanks, Clam. Fight fans, this contest is being brought to you by the makers of El Stencho, the famous 3-for-a-nickel cigar. Light up an El Stencho, men. Puff out its rich smoke and watch everyone in the room turn green with envy. I'm smoking an El Stencho right now. Phew, take it away.
Thanks, Sam. The referee's finished talking, folks. The fighters are back in their corners, and there's the bell. The boys come out fighting. Glass Chin just shot out a left jab. K.O. counters with the right cross. Boy, what a match.
And speaking of matches, folks, touch a match to the end of an El Stencho cigar.
Crying out loud.
Okay. Take it, Clam.
The boys are in there punching. Wow, Glass Chin just opened K.O.'s eye. It's an old scar.
And some scar, folks, but the scar millions enjoy is the El Stencho.
Scram, Sam.
A lamb, Clam.
Wow, I didn't see what happened, folks, but Glass Chin's down. The referee is counting. 8, 9, 10, and the fight is over, folks. K.O. Mulligan, the underdog, wins by a K.O. in the first round. Stand by, folks. I'll try to get the winner over to say a few words. K.O., hey, K.O., how about a few words to the radio audience?
Okay, Clam.
And here he is, folks, the winner and new middleweight champion, K.O. Mulligan.
It was a great fight, folks. Hello, Ma. I'll be right home. Make cutlets. Oh, never mind the cutlets, Ma. Oh.
Good heavens. While K.O. was speaking, a shot rang out. How is he, Sam?
K.O.'s dead, Clem.
Flash, it's murder, folks. The officials are putting on an emergency bout to quiet the crowd. No one can leave the garden. They're calling the police.
Calling all bars. Calling all bars. Calling Detective One Long Pan. Prize fighter murdered in Addison Square Garden. Report at once.
And stop on the way for an El Stencho cigar, no
Get away from the police mic with that commercial, will you? Report to K.O. Mulligan's dressing room. Long Pan, report to K.O. Mulligan's dressing room.
Come in.
Greeting, and bonsoir, Hoffa. Detective One Long Pan on job. Mr. Soft, no time. No time and double time for overtime. Creepers, jeepers, just escaped from keepers.
Hey, what is this?
Get out of this dressing room, you Oriental scum.
Not Oriental, ornamental bomb, missy. I am Detective One Long Pan. Chinese Lone Ranger, here to solve mystery. What is mystery?
K.O. Mulligan, the prize fighter, has been murdered.
Who are you, stool pigeon?
I am Honest John Gunch.
Mr. Gunch is K.O. Mulligan's manager.
Very good, hussy-tussy. And who are you, Mrs. Sharples?
I'm K.O.'s mother-in-law, Mrs. Hennessy.
And who are you? You won't talk. Who are you?
That's the body, stupid.
Very good. Long pan, fine body, important clue. And who are you, Missy?
I told you I'm K.O.'s mother-in-law.
Oh, I catch you second time for California. You catch him fight tonight?
Why, sure. She was sitting in the front row like always with K.O.'s wife.
Long pan close in. What happened?
Well, when the shot rang out, my daughter ran home for the insurance policy. I'm staying with the body till the claim agent gets here.
Smart move, very smart move. Who are you, Mr. Busybody?
I am the Shadow. I know who killed K.O. Mulligan.
Who?
The party who fired the gun.
Shadow. Show it, Billy. Make hooky-pokey jokes. Small time.
We ain't getting no place, Stumblebum.
Very funny, little man. Long time go place Planto. Well, you, Mr. Crooked John mine.
He's Honest John.
Yes, and my last name's Gunch.
Minor detail except the christening. Now, what happened, Mr. Bynes?
Well, it was this way. Boom.
Boom.
The fight starts.
Boom.
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 K.O. knocks out Glass Chin. Boom.
Boom.
K.O. goes over to talk on the radio. Boom.
Boom.
He's shot.
Boom, tilly, boom, boom. Who fired shot?
I don't know.
You, Missy?
Why should I kill my own son-in-law?
You fire shot, Mr. Punch.
K.O. was me bread and butter. I'm nuts, maybe.
To you, Mr. Shadow.
I know who killed K.O. Mulligan.
Who?
But it's not the party I thought it was before.
Shadow go too far. Shadow butt in once more. Long pan box shadow ears. Long pan shadow box. Long pan China mad lesson. Shall I tell him?
Well, of all the dopey things
maybe shadow back. Long pan give a hot halo. Boo, Mr. Shadow, boo.
Hey, you're nuts.
Boo. Oh, not Shadow. I am Detective on a long pan. Who are you, Mr. Buttinsky?
I'm Square Shooter Gaffney, Last Jim McCoy's manager. I'm here to squeal.
You bet you're here to squeal.
If you want the killer, there he is.
Who?
Honest John Gunch.
You're lying, Square Shooter.
Hey, you had it fixed for K.O., your own fighter to lay down. You was betting against him. I had it fixed for K.O. to double-cross you and win. That's why you shot him.
I was happy your double-cross. I fixed Glass Chin to double-cross your double-cross.
You're telling me. I had the syndicate fix K.O. to double-cross your double-cross and my original double-cross.
Mistress, so many double-cross, fight come out on level.
If somebody doesn't solve this murder, I'm going to send for Mr. Keene.
Long pan take 13 weeks. 13 weeks, Mr. Keene solve anything. Long pan solve mystery in an hour. Only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Long pan Leonard climb. Foxy, long pan, fair foxy. Crowd is still and see it?
Yeah, the whole audience is locked in, okay?
Yeah, but who'll fight Glass Chin this time?
Batwing, one a long pan. Yellow bomber. Let's go.
Okay. The ring is out this way.
You see, long pan get big reception.
That's the other fighters leaving the ring, stupid. Quiet. The referee is making an announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a sensational announcement. To track down K.O. Mulligan's murder, the McCoy-Mulligan fight is going to be reenacted. In this corner, Glass Chin McCoy, who is cooperating by getting knocked out again. Weight, 225 pounds.
Thank you, Swamp. I'll murder this bum.
Get out of town before it's too late, long pan. Get out of town before... It's on.
And in this corner, replacing the light Mulligan, is the Pekin pulverizer. One long pan, weight, 94 pounds.
Hi-ho, kitty, hi-ho. begin, you see. You ready, Mr. Grashchin?
Yeah, put up your dukes, lad eyes.
Hold on. Low. Time out. Long pants, low pigtail over shoulder. Good luck.
Come on, fight, bum. How's this?
Oh, you naughty boy. Oh, you bad boy. You play love. Oh, you nasty man.
Oh, yeah? Here's an uppercut.
Oh, you have care. Long pan, lose temper.
Take this.
Oh, you bad boy. You go too far. Now you take this.
The winner! One long pan!
You bet. Better late than never. Winner, one long pan. And how?
Nice going, Long Pan. Have you spotted the murderer?
Not finished reenacting, Mr. Munn.
Yeah?
You bring Long Pan radio.
Okay, here's the mic.
Exactly. Long Pan reenacts fight a speech. You watch wing ringside.
Okay, here's the mic.
Hello, Ma. Long Pan be at home. May take Fu Young. Long Pan duck. Aber just in time.
Yeah, but who fired that shot, Long Pan?
Lady First Law. Lap smoking, you see. You grab her,
Okay, I got it.
Wait a minute. You take your hands off me. I didn't do anything.
Mrs. Hennessy.
But I didn't do anything, Mr. Gunch.
You keep skirt on, lady. Smoke still coming out the pocketbook.
Here, Long Pan, give me my purse.
Long Pan open purse. And the mistress saw.
A revolver.
Exactly. Revolver. And 2 bullets missing. You come clean. Oh, Mrs. Hennessy.
All right, Long Pan. I killed him. I'd kill him again. I'm glad I killed him.
Hey, what's the big idea, Mrs. Hennessy?
I'm president of the new Mothers-in-Law Association.
So why you kill son-in-law?
K.O. was a fighter. What do all fighters say after their fight? Hello, Ma. Hello, Ma. Hello, Ma. Never hello, mother-in-law. I'd kill them all. Mothers-in-law unite. Down with fighters. Down with them all.
You stop. Quiet. Long Pan arrest you for murder and inside stuff, Mr. Hennessy.
Down with her,
Quiet. You pipe down. Pipe down.
I won't pipe down. I don't care if I go to the chair.
You bet the chair. Aesop say, mother-in-law in home get raspberry. Long Pan say, mother-in-law in electric chair get current. Long Pan no chicken, but leg regardless. Ladies and gentlemen, before we present our dwarfed version of next week's gigantic attractions, I'd just like to hope you've all enjoyed yourselves this evening and that you'll keep coming back to your radios again and again. For the old town hall will keep on opening its doors just as long as you keep on showing your friendliness toward our famous products. And thank you then for your faithful use of
Ipana toothpaste for the smile of beauty, Sal Hepatica for the smile of health. Ipana and Sal Hepatica.
Well, thank you, Harry. And if you happen to think of it, ladies and gentlemen, next Wednesday evening, Town Hall tonight brings you English lessons.
Here is how you can improve your grammar.
Send the old girl to school.
Your song of the week.
The sun shines bright on my new Kentucky home. That is a summer.
Bruno, that's old Kentucky home, isn't it?
I just had the joint done over.
Oh, well, people you didn't expect to meet.
A boy who raises bees, but you won't get stung if you tune in next Wednesday. He's a honey.
And music.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
KFI Los Angeles.